The blue light of a glass rectangle illuminates the specimen's face in an otherwise dark room. It is 3 o'clock in the morning, and the human is staring intently at a video of a stranger harvesting a giant wheel of cheese. They are exhausted. Their eyes are dry, blinking at a rate that suggests high irritation. Their brain has been sending chemical messages for sleep for over 4 hours. Yet, they scroll. They tap. They watch another video about a historical shipwreck, then another about a cat playing a miniature piano. We see this behavior in almost every modern habitat. The kitchen is dark. The rest of the house sleeps. But in this one corner, the human remains awake, willfully ignoring their own biology. To an outside observer, this behavior seems evolutionary suicidal. Sleep is when the human repairs its tissues, consolidates its memories, and flushes toxins from its brain. Without it, they will be slow, irritable, and prone to poor decision-making tomorrow. They know this. If you ask them, they will tell you they want to sleep. They will complain about being tired. Yet, when the moment arrives to close their eyes, they refuse. This is not insomnia. Insomnia is a biological malfunction of the sleep apparatus, an inability to transition into rest. What we are observing here is something entirely different. It is a conscious, active, yet seemingly irrational delay. In the study of human behavior, this is known as bedtime procrastination. More specifically, when it is done to reclaim personal time, it is referred to as revenge bedtime procrastination. The target of this revenge is not another person. It is the daytime itself. To understand why the human behaves this way, we must examine the structure of their typical day. From the moment the morning alarm sounds, the human's time is rarely their own. They must move according to a rigid schedule. They must travel to a designated location, often in heavy traffic. They must perform tasks for others, answer constant digital alerts, sit in meetings, and fulfill domestic duties. By the time the sun sets, their entire day has been spent meeting the demands of their environment. They have had no time to simply exist. This brings us to the concept of willpower. Willpower is not an infinite spiritual force, it behaves more like a physical resource. Every time the human forces itself to complete a difficult task, resist a distraction, or speak politely to a frustrating colleague, they consume a small amount of this mental energy. Psychologists refer to this exhaustion of self-control as ego depletion. By late evening, the human's willpower reservoir is completely empty. When they finally sit down on the sofa at 9 or 10 at night, they are in a state of cognitive vulnerability. The effort required to stand up, walk to the bathroom, brush their teeth, and prepare for bed feels monumental. In their depleted state, the path of least resistance is to remain exactly where they are. The couch becomes a low-gravity trap. In this vulnerable state, the human brain seeks a quick chemical reward. It wants dopamine. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter associated with anticipation and pleasure. The glowing screen in their hand is a highly efficient dopamine delivery system. It offers a continuous stream of novel, low-effort stimuli. It requires no physical movement, no deep thought, and no social performance. For a brain that has been overworked and under-rewarded all day, this stream of digital novelty is incredibly comforting. The tired brain is simply too weak to put the phone down. Curiously, studies show that people who engage in bedtime procrastination are not necessarily lazy or disorganized. In fact, the opposite is often true. This behavior is highly prevalent among individuals with demanding jobs, high academic achievements, and busy domestic lives. It is the overachievers, the perfectionists, the ones who suppress their own desires all day to perform at a high level, who are most likely to stay up late. Their late-night rebellion is a direct consequence of their daytime discipline. The harder they work during the day, the more aggressively they claim their nights. There is also a cognitive bias at play here, known as temporal discounting. The human brain is naturally biased toward immediate rewards over future ones. To the exhausted human at midnight, the immediate gratification of watching one more video is highly valuable. The consequence, feeling tired at a meeting tomorrow morning, feels abstract and distant. In this moment, the human separates their present self from their future self. They treat tomorrow me as a stranger, a different person who can handle the consequences of tonight's decisions. Our modern environment exacerbates this conflict. For millions of years, the setting of the sun was a definitive signal to sleep. The human brain developed a circadian rhythm tied directly to natural light. Firelight and candlelight do not emit the blue wavelengths that mimic dawn. But our screens do. The blue light emitted by smartphones and televisions tricks the pineal gland, suppressing the production of melatonin, the hormone that signals to the body that it is night. The human's body biology is convinced it is high noon, even as the wall clock ticks past 2 a.m. This creates a profound biological mismatch. The human is a Stone Age creature living in a digital neon habitat. Their ancient brain is trying to navigate a world of infinite, round-the-clock stimulation with evolutionary tools designed for a world that went completely dark at dusk. But there is a deeper, more emotional truth beneath this behavior. The hours between midnight and 3 a.m. are unique. During these hours, the world makes no demands on the human. No one is sending work emails. No one is texting. There are no chores that can reasonably be done. The silence of the night creates a psychological safe haven. It is the only time of the day when the human is entirely free from expectation. When they stay up late, they are not simply wasting time. They are buying freedom. They are trading their physical well-being tomorrow for a few hours of absolute autonomy tonight. It is a terrible trade, mathematically speaking, but to a creature feeling trapped by the modern schedule, it feels entirely worth it. So, when we observe the human sitting in the dark, illuminated by that cold blue glow, we should not view them with judgment. They are not foolish, nor are they broken. They are simply trying to reclaim a small piece of their life from a world that demands too much of it. They stay awake not because they do not want to sleep, but because they desperately need today to last just a little bit longer.